Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and I appreciate you taking the time to visit and check out my video. And we are here at Watkins, Glen, and just doing a setup here for the BMW M4 GT3 car. So, of course, this is I don't know how many sessions I've done, but been working on this for about a week or two, a couple weeks, I guess. Finally got it to where I like it, the balance, and turning in some better times. So let's go over a lap, and then we'll go over the setup. Very stable. Probably one of the best cars going through the bus stop that I've driven. So you can see my best right now is a 145.3. Last lap was a 145.4. So, I mean, it's really pretty consistent. It's just up to you. You got to wind it up all the way up this hill. So make sure you wind out fourth all the way out. I mean, really hard, because fifth is such a long gear that if you just shift it right away, you're going to be bogging going up the hill. You lose about 5 or 6 hundredths if you do that. But look at this, going through this bus stop, it just glides. And I mean, I'm going through there pretty hard. So, and it goes right through here. Carousel really nice. Yeah, definitely a car that, which of course a BMW is such a good car really everywhere. I mean, not too many weak tracks for it, but great looking car. I really like the BMW. I like the M6 and the M4 both. Yeah, just rails. And that was a 145.23, and that's like after the fourth or fifth lap of this stint. So I think that's really good. I think it's I really like that. It started out with 62 liters, and you can see I just went down to 49. So again, really happy with that time. For me, that's a decent time. Speed down the straightaway is good too. I mean, it's right there. I mean, it's, for the BMW, it's usually down maybe a teeny bit. But let's go over the setup. I got 25 for the tires on the left side, 25.8 for the right side. The toes a negative 0.08 on the front, with the camber at negative 3.8 on the left front, negative 3.6 on the right front, and the casters at 10.6. The toe on the rear is a positive 1, with the camber at negative 2.9 on the left rear, negative 2.7 on the right rear. Again, the spread, a little bit more spread on the front than I usually do. So if you don't like this, you can tighten it up a couple. You can go down like that. So just go down a couple if you don't like that. But it's really more feel than it is performance. It's so minor that it probably not too much. But basically, I'm just trying to again keep the wear the best that I can, because this left front just takes a beating. I mean, this left front really these left sides, but especially the left front. It reminds me a lot of a lot of these tracks are just really hard on the left front tire. So again, I'm just trying to get the absolute best wear that I can get out of it. And of course, with the corner speed with these long right-hand turns. So electronics are 4 and 3, and also you can go to 5 if if the track is green or fast and maybe not as grippy. Definitely go up to 5 or 6. But, I mean, 4, I just started with there. It seemed, that was on 4, and it was fine. So, again, of course, like I said, I had 63 liters, what I started out with. And of course, I mean, I did like a 20-minute session, and I just had light graining, and that was it. Nothing bad. Anti-roll bar is 5. Brake bias is 51. Steering is 11. This can go down to 50, and I didn't even. And that lap you saw, I still had it at 51. I did later on go down to 50, and it does help some. So there's no problem with that at all. But this is a good starting point. Springs in the front are 165,000 with a bump stop rate of 400 and a bump stop range of 0 on the left front and 3 on the right front. And on the springs in the rear are 150,000 with a bump stop rate of 400 and a bump stop range of 10 on the left rear and 15 on the right rear. Anti-roll bar is 5 and the preload on the diff is 40. And I've tried a lot of different spring packages, bump stop rates, ranges, a lot of things here. I've been all over the place, but I really like the feel of the car here. And of course, I really helped a little bit by really making a difference with the bump stop ranges on this left side with these long right handers that are so super fast. You really need the car to stay planted and not over rotate or lose your aero balance. So basically, it really helps in those really fast right hand turns. Shocks on the front are 10, 6, 28, and 20. And on the rear, they're 8, 3, 15, and 18. And again, this was done by Motec multiple times. Probably, I don't even know how many times, half a dozen times. So again, and of course, every time I change spring packages and bump stop rates and ranges and all kinds of different stuff, it does make little differences in the Motec. So again, I'm constantly adjusting it to catch up to it. So again, I adjusted it after that setup. Just made a couple small little adjustments, but it's all good. Aero 50 is all the way down in the front, 61 in the rear with a 4 wing and a 4 and a 3 and a brake ducts, and the front aero variation is a 4.6 to the positive. So here again, I tried little less wing, little more wing. I've tried a little bit different ride heights, and I just like this one the best. It's not hitting anything, so why not have it as low as you can? Because when you go down in fuel, see, this comes up 1 and this comes up 2. So it still comes up even. There's no, the balance is great. So that's good. Keeps your car consistent. But basically, so I wanted to set it the way, I didn't want to have to overcompensate like you have to do on other cars. You can just keep it right where you want it because as it comes up, it's going to stay the same, pretty close to the same. The only thing difference I tried is I'm actually went up 1 click on the right height in the rear just to get a teeny bit more rotation. So again, if the car rotates too much for you, just go down in the right height 1 click at a time. I would just try 1 click at a time. Just go down 1. If it still rotates a little too much for you, go down 1 more. I mean, you can go all the way. You can keep dropping if you want to. So again, but this just gives it a teeny bit more rotation. Especially like on the and to make the stint a little bit better maybe overall. So and because again trying to the left front tire, trying to keep it so it's not destroying the left front tire. So again, and also with the wing, if you go too less, if you don't, I've tried even lower than this. And then it makes the car. You might be able to try that for qualifying, but it makes the car too inconsistent, and especially that long right-hand turn going down in the carousel, and even going over the bumps in the bus stop. I mean, the car is too hard to handle, and if you attack it really hard, there's a good chance that you're going to lose it. I mean, like I said, this is probably one of the best cars I've driven through that bus stop. The Aston Martin, I've run my personal best in the Aston Martin, but it's it's about everybody equal. But I mean, they're right on par with that. I mean, you can just really drive it hard going through that bus stop. So again, that's a real advantage to it. So again, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it, and it works good for you. Again, I think it's a very solid race setup, and pretty consistent, very slow drop off, which I like. And again, something you can practice with and keep improving. I had some really low 45s in my Delta. Like 45 zeros and things like that. But, one little teeny slip on the back part of the course or this or that where you just don't absolutely nail it. and you lose a tenth or a few hundredths or whatever. So again, that's but I seen it in there halfway through after the bus stop, and even after the carousel, I've seen where I had 45 O's in my split. It's there in the car. It's just a matter of practicing and just getting more comfortable with it and things like that. And of course, the small little adjustments. Again, just really trying to fine tune it, just to help maybe just a teeny bit more. But I definitely don't want any drastic change. But again, I hope you give me a like and subscribe. And of course, a link to this setup will be in the description, so you can get it that way if you would like. And of course, I have a PayPal link in there also if you want to help support the channel that way. And of course, liking, subscribing, watching the whole video, all that is support. And I want to say thank you for all of that, because I appreciate any of that. It really helps the channel, sharing it, all those kinds of things. And all my setups are in my playlist. So just look under the track and see if I have the setup you're looking for as far as the car, if it's the BMW or AMG or whatever it is, and if hopefully it's there. But if not, then you can always suggest it or request it, and I'll see what I can do. But again, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you come back and visit again really soon. See ya.